I just wanna run, hide it away, run because they're chasing me down. I just wanna run, throw it away, run before they find me.
Hello and welcome to the 30 Things Challenge with me, Serenity Powers, day 26. We're in the final four countdown. It's pretty exciting for me. And the topic for today is, what popular notion do you think society has the most wrong and why? Luckily for me, my boyfriend and I agree on this down the line, which is fantastic because I think for a lot of boys especially, this is a touchy topic. But I think that society has it really wrong to say that people aren't born gay. I just, I've never understood that at all. It's like nobody ever questions if you're born straight, so why wouldn't logically you also be born gay? Like, I just don't understand why anybody would choose to live that lifestyle, and who would choose to be gay knowing full well that their life is going to be just that much harder, like, and that they're not going to be able to get married in most states, and even if they do, their rights won't carry over to other states, and why they would want to choose at a young age, even like we're talking middle school or elementary school even sometimes. Who at that age even understands what sexuality is to decide to choose one or the other? That makes no sense. When I was 8, I didn't even know what sex was, but I knew that I was attracted to boys. Like, that doesn't make a difference. I, I mean, I never looked at the girls the same way as I looked at the guys, even when I was a little kid, but I didn't know why. So, I mean, if you're a little kid and you're a boy, let's say, and you look at the other boys the way that I looked at the boys back then, I mean, you don't know, you don't even know what sex is, so how can you be making that choice that young? But it's obvious, even at that age, with a lot of kids, and then you get to middle school when other kids are dating, and you know that you're different. I mean, for example, and this is true of any kind of sexuality, I'm talking transgender, gay, bi, lesbian, whatever. It's like, it's it's not a choice. It's not. And the reason why I say that, for my own personal experience, besides the fact that I think it would just be really unlikely that anybody would choose to make their lives harder when they're 8, or even older, however old you are when you come out, like, why would you choose to make your life harder than it was before you did that? But for my own personal experience, I'm bigender, which means that I'm not transgender, which means that I don't want to go from being physically a girl to being physically a boy, but that in my head, I feel like a boy, if that makes any sense. But I knew that since I was a little kid. I knew I wasn't a girl. I never hung out with the girls. I always hung out with the guys. I was always one of the guys. And it's different than being a tomboy as well. It's like I am a guy, just hanging out with the guys, but I'm a girl. It's complicated, but it's not like that's something that people choose to do. It's something that can be difficult, and you have to struggle with it until you can put a name on it, because for some reason putting a name on these things does make one feel more secure. Like, if there's a name for this, then obviously I'm not all by myself in the whole universe. And that's another thing. Why would anybody choose to feel like they're alone and isolated and sad and depressed? You can call it a mental disease, you can call it something wrong with their genes, but whatever you call it, it's something that comes from within inside somebody that was there and always would be there. I mean, why do you have these guys who are married with kids, or women or whoever, who then decide to be gay when they're 40? That's not a midlife crisis. That's just a complete switch around, which would make no sense if it wasn't there all along. You feel me? Like, that just doesn't make any sense to suddenly make your life harder. And I think that's the bottom line that makes me, besides the fact that I know this to be true, what makes me so confident that society as a whole is so wrong to be making this so difficult. I mean, it's not even that uncommon to be something that's not straight or heterosexual or whatever. And that just doesn't, it doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand why people make that so difficult. There's so many worse things out there that we could be concentrating on. I mean, look at Florida with all of this crazy, like, cannibalism and just weird stuff, for Canada with Luca Rocca Magnata. Like, There are so many other things that we could be concentrating on that we could be calling sick and twisted and not natural and whatever. Like, I don't know. It's just, the whole thing is just crazy. And I really wish that society could get it together because it's so wrong, and it's making so many people's lives so much more difficult, including the people who are fighting so hard to try to keep being gay a legal issue. Like, it's making your lives harder to fight it, to be perfectly honest. Because, as you can see, the states are slowly, one by one, realizing wait a second, what difference does it to me if they want to get married? I mean, you're not protecting the sanctity of marriage by not, because, and this has been used over and over again, we all remember Britney Spears' 55-hour marriage that was oh so sacred because they were a man and a woman, right? Yeah, society needs to get that together, seriously, because it's 2012. It's entirely too late in the game to not be getting with it. Okay? Homosexuality's been around for a very long time. All you need to do is read the symposium. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. So that's the thing that I think society has really, really wrong. And that's my answer. And until next time, I love you and bye bye.